Welcome students in my new tutorial, and today we'll be learning to make one beautiful scenery in Adobe Animate. So directly we'll start. We'll click on Adobe Animate shortcut. And now we can click on File and New, Action Script 3.0, OK, and the stage and the default view is in front. From here I'll select Fit in Window so that I can see the canvas in a full view. Now this is the canvas, and already as I have told, the stage color is white. See, here I have selected classic. Here I have selected classic. From here you have the different options to select, like if I am select essentials developer, but just now we will go ahead with classic workspace. Stage color, firstly I want to make it to sky from here. If by chance properties is not visible, Control F3 is the keyboard shortcut. Just you could see now no properties panel is there. So if I want to see it, always I can click on window and properties, and either I can press Control plus F3. Now firstly, before making a scenery or making some objects, I also want to tell you about the layers. You could see here the layer 1 is being shown. So what's the use of layers? Firstly, suppose I am making one rectangle here just for explanation purpose, and meanwhile one more shape I am taking, oval shape. Color I can change. Now suppose my this shape is here, not, and this shape rectangle is here, oval is here. Now with the help of select tool, if I am selecting and taking it on the top of another shape, okay, now it is on the top. But suppose now I point my insertion point somewhere here and select the second shape and take it down, you could see here it's been cut. Again I will press undo, or I will select this oval shape once again and drag it. You could see here this is been deleted, this part is been deleted. So that is the problem if I am making the different shapes top of one another in the same layer. So it deletes the other shape whatever is at the bottom of that shape. One thing more, by use of selection tool, if I am selecting this oval tool only once by clicking one time, and if I am dragging it down, the border will not move, this border. So always whenever you have to take the shape to another place, you have to double click, then you can move. And one thing more, when you take your cursor at this side, one more thing I want to tell you, suppose now this is the oval shape. Now simply if I move my cursor pointer this side, you could see here it's showing one half circle, this half circle it is showing, this one. So if I'll press my left mouse button and drag it down, we can change the shape of circle like this. We can change any shapes, you could see like this. So this also we could do. So just practice this also. You can take different shapes and then with the help of selection tool, you can change the shapes like this. So I was just telling you about the layers. And meanwhile, we have also learned how to use the selection tool for changing the shapes by pressing the left mouse button and pressing the border. You can make different interesting shapes. Okay. So now I'll delete all these shapes and we'll make a beautiful kind of a scenery with the hut, tree and landmass with the help of layers. So with the help of selection tool, I'll just press left mouse button, I'll select all the shapes and press the delete key. Okay. Now this is the layer 1 and I'll double click it. How to do it? I'll double click it and I'll rename it as hut. Now, this is the timeline. Here you could see the layers and I have double clicked it and I have renamed it as hut. Actually, layers are just like the transparent sheets. We can put the objects on the top of one or another. Because the sheets are transparent, whichever object we draw on the top sheet, the rest of the part will be seen because the sheets are transparent. It allows us to see the shapes which are at the bottom sheet. We have the full control upon the sheets. Just now with the practical I'll explain you. So firstly I want to draw a hut. Different tools can be used, but for making the hut which I'll use, the tool which I'll use is brush tool, this one, not this one. Paintbrush tool I'm not using, I'm using brush tool. And the color, suppose any color I am taking just now, suppose I want to take brown color or something like brown color. I want to draw the hut. So smoothing I'll do from here 100, by default it is 100 only, stroke smoothness. Now I want to draw the hut. Okay, it's 8 is okay. By using the free hand I'll be drawing a hut. So firstly I'll make one stroke like this, then like this. It's simple, not too difficult, you can easily do it like this, and from here like this, and then from here like this. Because smoothness is 100, the smoothness is 100, that's why whichever stroke I am using, it's giving the smooth effect. Now here I can make one door also. So our hut is ready. Now we have to color it also. But one thing, I'll use the fill color tool. Fill color tool means paint bucket tool. Keyboard shortcut is K. Just you press it. And here I want to use little brown color only. From here I am selecting and little brown color I want to fill on the top. Okay. And rest of the hut I want to make it yellow. So I'll just press the yellow color from here, light yellow, and then I can draw the color. And door, suppose I want some other color. Let's see. So it's okay. You are free to use any color of your choice. So my hut is been made. You can use any color. So I have used this layer. Now I want to make one another layer. So what I'll do, just see here at the bottom of the timeline, you could see here this icon new layer. I'll click on new layer. and double click it and name it as land. Now there are two layers, okay, hut and land. Advantage is that whatever I am doing on land layer will not affect hut layer. So I'll be working upon land layer, and for working upon the land layer I will select this, I'll select this layer. So be cautious that you have not to select hut layer now, you have to use land layer, okay. Now I'll come here and the whole screen is in front of me. Again I can use the brush tool, and brush tool, suppose I want to make it green color, I'll select the green color, and randomly I'll draw the land mass, suppose from here. Something it's something like this. I can little bit decrease the size. Suppose 100 I am taking just to see the whole. It's something like this, okay. Don't worry, you will say that I have disturbed the hurt object, because this I am making in new layers, so nothing will be disturbed and your work will be saved. It's on another sheet. So what I'll do, I'll press paint bucket tool and the same color I'll fill it. So it's something like this. Now this is another layer and hut is another layer. So simply what I have to do, I'll select hut layer. Hut layer, I'll press the left mouse button and drag it on the top. Now as a result, hut you could see on the top, land at the bottom. And as a result you could see, here's the difference. Okay, it's looking something like this. Now by pressing the hut layer, I can just select the hut. What I have done, I'll select the hut and then I can drag my hut object anywhere according to my need. By selecting the layer, I am doing the work by selecting the layer. Selecting the layer means selecting the whole hut. So I can move according to my need. So it's looking okay. Now to deselect it, I'll click the left mouse button anywhere. So it's looking something like this. And if you want to have a proper view, what you could do, you could press Ctrl plus Enter and it will show you how your hut is looking like. Something like this. Okay. So the whole screen is something like this. Now along with this, I want to do some more changes. I want to make a tree. So hut I want to shift little bit this side and here I want to make a tree. Now for making the tree, simply I also want that I should not be distracted with these layers. So there is one option here in the layers, I show or hide all layers. So I'll off it like this, I'll off it. So as a result you will see nothing could be seen because I have off it. So now I can easily use the brush tool once again and brown color I'll select. Here no brown color is there, so I'll select the brown color of my own. From here I'll select the brown color. And try to make the tree trunk, and for that I need one new layer. I'll click on this, rename it as tree trunk. and now, and I should also see that this layer should be selected. Otherwise, I'll start drawing on another layer. Although I have already off the visibility of both the layers. So it's okay that, and I am also sure that tree trunk layer is been selected. So it's very easy to make a tree, simple tree, just one stroke like this, one stroke like this, then little bit twigs, and we have to fill it also. No space should be left, otherwise if you are leaving any space, you can't fill the color. So again we will fill this with the color. Okay, tree trunk is ready. Now I have to make the leaves also, and for the leaves I'll select a new layer and name it as leaves. Again I'll select brush tool, and from here I'll select the green color. Suppose I'm selecting this, and then I'll start drawing the leaves, and be sure only that leaves layers should be selected. So now I'll fill it. So some kind of a tree. So what I could do, I'll shift this tree on the side. So I can select selection tool. Now if I'll select this, because leaves are selected, only leaves will move. Yes, because I have not double clicked it, so I'll double click all this. All this I have to double click it, or otherwise I can click on leaves. If I'll click on the layer, the leaves, whole leaves can be selected. I'll just transfer this, and then I can select tree trunk, then I'll transfer. Or what I could do, this leaves, and then pressing the shift key from the keyboard, I'll press tree trunk also. Now both are selected. Now I can move it. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Now I want to see how the hut is looking like. I'll make a hut, means I'll on the visibility of the hut and then land. Now tree is not looking good because tree seems is in front. So what I could do, hut I could move on the top. So I'll select the hut, I'll move on the top. So now hut is coming on the top, and the tree I could move more towards the left side. How I could move? Leaves and tree trunk I'll select, and then I'll move something. I want to make the size of the tree a little smaller, and for that I can use free transform tool. This one. Just select it. After selection, you could see it is it's been selected by these gizmos, these small squares and rectangle that show the tree has been selected, tree and leaves. You can just drag it and change the size. So as it is at the back of the hut, I want to show. I know you can make better than me. So this I was wanting to show you the use of layers, and along with the use of layers, you have also learned how to make a tree, then landmass, hut. Even you can make some birds here or some other objects, you are free to do. But the main motive was to use the layers and to draw different objects, and for that we have used brush tool. Okay, And then to view it how it's looking, you can press Ctrl Enter. So one of your 2D shape is ready. You may need it afterwards when you want to draw some kind of animation or to draw some kind of a scene. You should be having the knowledge for making the objects. Okay. So with this, I am closing my tutorial. If you like my explanation, then please do like, share and comment, and also subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed it earlier. Okay, bye bye, take care, meet you soon in my next tutorial.